Now, a top U.S. counterterrorism official has resigned in protest over the Iran war, writing that Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation in his resignation letter to President Donald Trump. Joe Kent, who led the National Counterterrorism Center and was a top aide to Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard, is the first senior Trump administration official to resign over the war in Iran. Kent, a conservative politician and former CIA paramilitary officer, alleged the U.S. went too far due to the pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. He also claimed that Trump had been duped by a misinformation campaign. The Trump administration is moving to contain the fallout of Kent's resignation. President Trump later told reporters it was a good thing.
Well, I read his statement. I always thought he was a nice guy, but I always thought he was weak on security, very weak on security. I didn't know him well, but I thought he seemed like a pretty nice guy. But when I read his statement, I realized that it's a good thing that he's out, because he said that Iran was not a threat. Iran was a threat. Every country realized what a threat Iran was. The question is whether or not they wanted to do something about it.
Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt published a lengthy statement rejecting Kent's allegations, saying his resignation letter was riddled with false claims. She termed the idea that Israel goaded President Trump into action insulting and laughable. For more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report. Take a look.
Joe Kent's resignation from the National Counterterrorism Center over objections to the U.S. war against Iran has put a spotlight on divisions inside the Republican Party. Until now, most criticism regarding these strikes came from familiar outside voices, GOP skeptics in Congress, and commentators like Tucker Carlson and Megyn Kelly. But Kent's resignation marks a shift, signaling dissent from within the national security establishment. The White House is dismissing claims about internal divisions, but in the middle of an active war, this is significant. Now, whether it suggests serious fractures are emerging internally, well, that may be too soon to tell, but it raises questions about how unified the administration really is at this point. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.